What will you do if your own son gets your daughter pregnant? Sit with that question for a second, because sometimes the pain that breaks a woman comes from the children she gave her whole life to. She was a single mother, not by choice, but by fate. Her husband died suddenly, and from that day, her life stopped being about her. She had 2 children, a boy and a girl. When their father died, the boy was 8 years old. The girl was just 5. That day, she made a promise, not to anyone else, but to herself. She promised she would never remarry. She promised she would raise them with everything she had. She promised to give them the best life she could, even if it destroyed her in the process. And she kept that promise. She worked every day, morning till evening, every single day. Sunday was the only day she rested, not to enjoy life, but to gather strength to survive another week. Some days, her body was tired. Some days, her heart was tired. Some days, she cried quietly in the bathroom so her children wouldn't hear. But whenever she remembered the promise she made, she wiped her tears and kept going. For 10 years, 10 long years of sacrifice, 10 years of choosing her children over herself, 10 years of carrying the weight alone. Now, the boy was 18, the girl was 15. She thought she was winning. She thought the worst was behind her. She was wrong. One evening, she came home from work. The girl was sick, hot body, weak, feverish. She thought it was normal fever. She gave her medication, but the fever didn't go. Days passed. The girl became weaker. Fear entered her heart. She took her to the hospital. The doctors looked at the signs. They asked questions. Then they said something her ears refused to accept. Pregnancy. Her heart dropped. Her mind rejected it immediately. How? What does a small girl know about such things? She didn't believe it. So they tested again, and again, and again. The result didn't change. Her daughter was pregnant. Her world collapsed. The future she suffered for, the future she prayed for, the future she denied herself for, it shattered in one moment. She felt anger, pain, confusion, shame, but the worst pain was yet to come. She asked the question every mother asks, who did this? And when the answer came, it broke something inside her that could never be fixed. It was her son, her first child, the one she trusted, the one she raised, the one she believed would protect his sister. This had been happening while she was at work. Every day, after school, they were alone, together, waiting for her to return in the evening, while she was outside fighting life for them. This was happening inside her home. She couldn't scream. She couldn't shout. She couldn't breathe. She sat down alone, and for the first time in many years, she didn't know what to think anymore. Her mind was louder than her tears. She began to think of the child growing inside her daughter. If the baby is born, what will that child be called? A child whose father is her brother, a child whose grandfather is also his father, a child whose uncle is his own dad. How will that child explain his story to the world? What name will he carry in school? What will he say when people ask, "Where is your father?" How will she look at that baby? Will she see her grandchild? Or will she see her son's shame? Will she see innocence? Or will she see the mistake that destroyed her home? Her chest became tight. She asked herself questions that had no answers. If she allows the baby to be born, will that child grow up hated by society? Will people point fingers at him for a sin he did not commit? Will her daughter survive the shame, the whispers, the judgment? But if she stops the pregnancy, will she be killing an innocent soul? Will she be adding another pain to a life already broken? She remembered all the years she worked, the mornings she left home tired, the evenings she returned exhausted, the Sundays she rested only for a few hours. All of it, was it for this? She asked herself, where did I go wrong? Was it because she was never at home? Was it because she chose work over watching them closely? Or was it because life forced her into choices she never wanted? If she keeps the child, her family name will be stained forever. If she doesn't, her conscience may never forgive her. And the questions remained. Who is really to blame here? The children who didn't know better, or the mother who tried to give them a better life and lost control of it? If you were in her shoes, what would you do? Would you allow the child to be born and face the shame with love? Or would you make a decision that saves the family but breaks your heart forever? And most importantly, can a mother ever forgive herself for this?